You're about to see why Gemini 3 is beating every other model. No hype, just demonstrations. Let's get into it. Exciting news this week. Google have released Gemini 3. In this video, I'm going to put it through its paces, test it out, show you what I've been doing with it, have some business uses. Let's have a look at how good it really is. So here we are in Gemini, and looks very much like ChatGPT. You've got your previous chats that you've had with it. Got this Explore Gems. I'm not quite sure what that is. So stuff that's been pre-made by Google. And I think if you were on the even more advanced model than the Pro, so the Pro is about £14 a month. If you're on the more advanced model, you can create your own gems, but I'm not sure I can. Let's have a look. Oh no, you can create gems. So I guess these are like GPTs. Maybe I'll have a play with that at some stage in the future. You've got your recent conversations. Turn that off. Your activity settings, some information about you. And of course, what you are is connected to your Google universe, whether that's Gmail or documents, etc. So all of that is there. So let's have a look at what we get. So you get the normal window. So you've got enter a prompt for Gemini. Sort of how can I help you? You have two different options. You've got fast, which is Gemini 2.5, which we know is really, really strong, but not a thinking mode LLM. And you've got thinking with 3 Pro, and this is the full sort of reasoning LLM. They're top of the range, latest out of the box. So that's what we're going to have a play with. You can obviously add files. You can add Google Drive, photos. You can put code in, upload files, and then you've got a series of tools. You've got deep research. So you'll have seen, I'll put my video up here of me testing out Google's deep research against ChatGPT's deep research. And you find out who wins. Watch the video, you find out who wins. Surprised me. You can create videos with VO. You can create images with Nano Banana. It's even got a little banana there. You've got Canvas, and we'll do a bit of stuff with Canvas. It's not like ChatGPT's Canvas. It's different. And then you've got this guided learning. So we'll go through some of those as we look at Google Gemini 3. So first we're going to have a look at this sort of linking in with different tools. I'm saying scan my last 30 emails, find anything with a deadline, check my calendar, and create a 3-item priority list for today. See what we get. So I've been doing a bit of testing over the last few days. I've noticed that if you use it in the AI Studio, and we will do a bit of that later so you can see how you can use it for free, it's pretty quick. It's very sharp. You use it within the Gemini app, it sort of takes its time with the thinking, and I wonder whether there's some, either it's a bit overloaded or there's something different between those two, but you'll see that it feels like it's much quicker in the Google AI Studio, where you can use this model for free. So as it's going, you can see it's working through. So I've initiated the process of retrieving emails, currently employed in workspace tools. My search parameters set to identify messages containing deadline or due within the last 30 emails, adapting search criteria, pinpointing today's priorities, reviewing recent invoices, identifying outdated notices, defining today's action items, finalizing charter details, finding scheduling conflicts, prioritizing tasks for today, defining action for today, updating the priority list, processing the schedule. There we go. And we've got an answer. I've scanned the emails. Calendar is clear for today. I use a different calendar. That's why the calendar is clear. I don't have a clear calendar. Based on your recent emails, I found a few items requiring attention. Got to pay overdue invoice from Neil. £1,200 was due on the 6th of October. Don't think that's true. Check future now charter pulse. You're currently in week 9 of 10. And review expired at work job. Wix website review. Priority list for today. Very, very cool. I better go and check those emails. Okay, let's try out its visual reasoning. So I've got a picture of some cubes here. It's an optical illusion. And what I wanted to do is say, I've said is how many cubes are here, show you're working. So we'll let it get going. It is an optical illusion. The tallest stacks at the back is 3 blocks high. The left stack is 2 blocks high. The right stack is 2 blocks high. And the front stack, the shortest stack, is 1 block high. 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. So 3 plus 2 plus 2. But it looks like there's 3 there. I don't get it. Bottom layer, there's a base block for every stack. So we see there are 4 stacks in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't get it. So I've been looking at this afternoon. I couldn't get it right. I then put it into ChatGPT. It gave me the same answer. It was able to explain it. I'm not sure I believed it. So what I've said is create a video to show the stacks, turn it around so I can see all the blocks, color all the blocks differently. Let's see if I can get it to produce something that means that I believe the answer, because I think it's 10. I did check it on the internet and it was 8, but I don't believe it. So let's see if we can generate a video using VO. I assume it uses VO to show us whether this works or not. This should be quite cool. We'll come back when it's done. Okay, it's produced a video. Let's see what it shows us. Two. Does that work? I mean, it's quite pretty. I'm quite pleased that it's doing it, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like there's more. I see. So they're sort of on the edge of each other. I'm still not sure I understand it. I believe it. And the fact that it's being able to produce that in a matter of seconds, pretty cool. Let's have a go at something else that might be a bit more visual, a bit difficult to work out. So here is something I got off the internet. It is a picture of a series of triangles. This is a bit more straightforward, I think. So here we are. Which one is the top view of this pyramid? So you've got this colored pyramid here, and you've got these sort of downward looking views, and it has to make a decision about which one is which. And I think the answer is C. I can work out the answer C by looking at it and looking at the colors and then these edges as well. So I think it's C. Let's see if it will find the answer. I mean, you know, this is quite complex stuff. It's having to take a look at a picture, work out, move the diagrams around in its mind. Well, that's what we do, isn't it? I don't know how Gemini does it, but it shows that this is more than just a predicting the next word model. This is having to take a look at a picture and then decide something, you know, make some judgment from it, which I think is pretty cool. Let's have a look. I think the answer is C. I still don't understand the blocks. Maybe. So if you do, put a comment down below and give me an explanation on the blocks, because it's going to keep me awake at night, I think. There we go. Based on the visual cues on the 3D pyramid, the correct answer from the view is D. I think it is. Green line at the bottom left-hand corner, it should be red. I think it's got that wrong. Bizarre. I think the answer is C. Come on, Gemini, get it right. Tell me why you got it wrong. Well, it came back and it said, no, the answer was wrong. And it said B is the right answer. It's not. I can tell you B is not the right answer. Wow. I can see why it might be difficult because these colours are light, but it is. The answer is C. Gemini, you failed. Let's try some of the basic ones. See if we can count R's in strawberry. 3. Okay, got those right. It's not all lost. But I just test out Nano Banana on something that really annoys me. So I said, draw me a watch showing the time 1:35. And I can tell you, if you go into ChatGPT and put that same prompt in, it will draw you a beautiful watch, but it will show you a time of 10 past 10. Always, every clock, 10 past 10, because that is the most beautiful shape for the arms to be. And so everything that's trained, the LLMs, is always at that time. So it finds it impossible to do anything other than 10 past 10. This one has done it. Nano Banana did it. Nano Banana Pro gave me the right time. That is very cool. That's the first time I've seen that. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let us test this enormous context window. So I've put in my PhD. That's the biggest document I've got. I'm going to say summarize this into 5 bullet points. So it's 100,000 words. It's got loads of graphs, loads of pictures. It's massive. And let's see if it can summarize it into 5 bullet points. 3.5 years of work, 100,000 words. Let's see if it can summarize it into 5 points. Pretty impressive if it can. Still got it on thinking. So research scope and methodology. That's correct. Impact on investment quality. Yep. Influence on entry mode. Heterogeneity of firms. Mitigation strategies. Takes several hours to read this. The fact that it can do that in a matter of seconds, very, very cool. Let's try some other things. So what I've put in here is the McKinsey State of AI Report for 2025. Came out a few days ago. It's quite big. It's not massive, but it's quite big. And what I'm going to say is summarize. Let's try summarize this paper into 5 bullet points, then compare it with the 2024 version. So I've not uploaded the 2024 version, so it's going to have to go and find that and then compare the two. Let's see what we get. I mean, this, you can think, if you were doing this, if you were having to do this yourself, you'd have to read both reports, make notes on both reports, compare them, and then create the document that compares the two. I think that's at least a day's work, probably more than a day's work. If you get McKinsey to do it, it'd be more than a day's work and cost you £1 million, I expect. So let's have a look at, there we go. Summary of the state of 2025 State of AI Report. Adoption is high, but scaling is rare. The rise of agentic AI. Value is currently qualitative, not financial. High performers redesign workflows for growth, talent demand, and risk complexity. So that's what's in the 2025 report. And here's the comparison. Primary theme, discovery and adoption, transformation and agents. So you can see how it has changed. Adoption rate, 72% of organizations used AI in at least one function. Massive jump from 50%. 88% of organizations now use AI in at least one function. So it's growing. Key technology, generative AI, AI agents. And so that's the move. Value creation, promising signals, innovation versus EBITDA. Clear distinction, and focused on customization, and then workflow redesign. Really cool. You can export it to sheets. That is a really good use of this AI. Really, really powerful. As I say, there's a day's work gone there. Saved. You could say then create it into a board presentation, etc. We'll do a bit of that in a minute. You know, really, really powerful. Let's move on. Okay, so now we're going to use Canvas and we're going to create a business dashboard. So let's just click Canvas here. And then what I've got is a prompt, create an interactive operational dashboard for medium-sized business. Include revenue inputs, cost sliders, net margin calculation, and a dynamic risk flag. Add a button to export a summary. Have a look. I'll put Canvas on. So I'm expecting it now to sort of start coding, or maybe it won't. So maybe it's doing it in the background. Oh no, here we go. It's creating some code and it's pretty quick. Where are we? We're down to into the hundreds of lines of code. I mean, I wouldn't just even know where to start. I wouldn't be able to write line 1 of this. There we go. We're getting up to nearly 300 lines. You can see how quick it is. I assume this is Python. It is. There we go. And we have a dashboard. Ops Command Center. So we've got an export summary, total expenses, operational risk is healthy, 25% margin. It's pretty good. You've got revenue inflows, product line B, service contracts, financial composition, so COGS, OPEX and profit, cost drivers, COGS margin impact, 45%, monthly payroll. Let's increase the monthly payroll and the marketing spend and the tech operations spend. See if it's changed anything. We've now got a moderate risk. Still profitable, but the profit has dropped because we've increased the costs. You're profitable, but vulnerable to shocks. Try to increase revenue stream A or optimizing marketing efficiency. Spend less on marketing. Very cool. Now, of course, you know, for your business, especially if you've got a small business, if you wanted to create something like this that was specific for your business with all of your product lines in, with the sales, etc., you could do it. Very cool. Let's move on. Okay, so now we're in Google AI Studio, free to use, and we're going to try something a bit different. We're going to go to Build, and we've got Gemini 3 Pro Preview. I'm saying, build a simple project management app with task creation, categories, deadlines, and a progress bar. Make the UI clean and ready to deploy. See what we get. So this is the sort of canvas, but sits inside the AI Studio, and you can use this for free. You don't need to sign up for any of this. Let's have a look what we get. It's creating code, creating a metadata JSON, index HTML, index TSX, type TS, service Gemini.ts, components progress bar, components task card. I'm excited to see what it produces. So I've done some vibe coding. This isn't even really vibe coding. It's one-hit coding. I've done some coding in using ChatGPT really successfully. I mean, it's great fun as well. I've thought about doing a video about it, but there's a lot of sort of trial and error and doing things. But it's as I say, it sucks you in, and it's great fun. You want me to do a video on vibe coding, and maybe I could do a live on vibe coding. We could vibe code something live on stream. But if you want me to do a video on live coding, let me know down below and I'll see what I can do. We've got one error. See if we can auto fix that error. Hey, here we go. We've got our, see if I can, project flow AI. So we can create a new task. What's your project goal? Magic generate. So it's using AI to help me with my generation. There we go. Plan blog, topic and outline, design system, project setup, write first draft, review and edit, design source, publish blog post, promote blog post. How cool is this? So I've got lots of things to do. So I can say I have done that and I've done that. It moves these to completed, 38% completed. Very, very good. And of course, I can show what this would look like on different devices. So current screen size, mobile. So this is what it would look like, the mobile version of it. Not bad, is it? Put in new tasks, development project, completed. Very cool. Now, let's see if I can add a new feature. I'm saying add a late tasks filter and a weekly schedule view. See if we can do that, see what it does. So it's coded all of this. Look, it's created all of this code. It's just incredible. I mean, just, no chance of me being able to do it. And now we've got the late tasks here. Show what's late, what isn't, when it needs to be. So this is now overdue. Very, very cool. And you can download this app. You can deploy it through Google Cloud. You just set that up. Really, really very cool. You can copy the app. You can open the version history. You can share the app. You can switch the API key. So this is using Google right now, but you could put ChatGPT in there, or Claude, for instance. Maybe if you're doing a writing task, then you might add Claude in. Really, really very cool. Let's try something else. Okay, so it will even create web interfaces for you. So I've said recreate the BBC News web interface for me. Build, see what we get. It's going off, having a look, see what we get. Okay, so it has produced a whole load of code again. Very cool. It's just very nice to watch it doing all of this stuff. Let's have a look at whether it looks like the BBC website. Looks a lot like the BBC website. Of course, you can load up pictures, etc. Maybe I think it might be load. It is. How cool is this? So you can see if you want, and these things actually move when you scroll over them. Very cool is that. Okay, don't know what you're going to use that for. Maybe you want to create websites. You want to get them to look like some of these really cool ones where they spend a lot of money on it. I don't know if you can actually click on any of this, whether the search bar works. You can. The information is not right, but it's filled it up with sort of blank information, odd pictures, blank information, but it gives you a sense of what you can do. Okay, so Google Gemini 3, very, very cool. Not perfect, we've seen. It will get better. Often when these new models come out, they're a bit slower. They make some early mistakes, but they get it sorted out relatively quickly. I think its ability to do multimodal work, I think its ability to code is very, very cool. And the fact of having it built into your Google workspace, really useful as well. You can go and use it for free on the Google AI Studio. So go and have a play. I'm going to keep playing with it. I'll bring out some more videos once we've got a bit more to show you. But hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, don't forget to give me a like. And if you're not already, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by Christmas. You could be the one that pushes me over. So subscribe. That would be great. Don't forget to ring the bell, and then you'll get told every time I put out a new video. I've been the Professor. See you soon.